Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm back in that video, and today I'm talking about why Kemba Walker needs to leave the Charlotte Hornets. Now, I'm beginning to pretty much why I think he's being way too loyal to him, why I think he just needs to stop. I know he wants to be loyal, I know he wants to stay, but I'm beginning to reasons why he just can't stay loyal to him, and he's just ruining his career by staying with him. So without further ado, without running on too much, just get right into this video. Alright, so my first reason is pretty much going to be the Hornets have shown that they cannot build a team around him. As since they are such a small market team and just haven't been that good, obviously they're not going to attract free agents and they have to build through the draft. Well, since they've drafted Kemba Walker, they have had 6 lottery picks and 4 of them have been in the top 10 and 2 of them have been in the top 5. And with all those top 10 picks, these are the people they have selected over the years since drafting Kemba Walker. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Cody Zeller, Noah Vonleh, Frank Kaminsky, and Malik Monk. Now, Malik Monk, we still don't know how good he's going to be. He just got drafted. And, like, those players aren't awful. I mean, they're not busts, but they probably shouldn't have been drafted as high as they were either. And they could have definitely had better players. As when you look at the players that they passed up on, here are just some of them. They passed up on the players like Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal, Andre Drummond, Giannis, CJ McCollum, Zach LaVine, Devin Booker, and Donovan Mitchell just last year. And that's only some of them, and there are much more people that they passed up on that they could have picked higher than they did. I mean, if you pick one of those people, just one of them, then Kemba Walker is you're for sure gonna keep him. They are probably a playoff team because Kemba Walker is one of the better point guards in the league. He's just really underrated because of how bad the Hornets have been over the years, just because he's the only player on the team. And when Nicholas Batum's the best player that you've played with in your 7-year career, you probably have a problem. Michael Jordan has shown that he is one of the worst presidents in basketball operations in the entire league. And the only reason the dude hasn't been fired yet is because he is his own boss and he can only fire himself, I guess. He has to quit for him to get quote-unquote fired. So, I mean, the Hornets have just shown they cannot build a team around him, to signing people to bad contracts and making bad trades, to just not being able to draft people at all and being horrible talent evaluators. I mean, outside of Kemba Walker, they really have not drafted anyone good, or at least worth the pick that they had in the past 7 years. And I mean, due to that, they're either a very mediocre team or they're just a lottery team. And usually being a lottery team would help, but I mean, they just cannot hit home on any of the draft picks. I mean, if they only hit home on 1 or 2, this team would be very good and could be legit Eastern contenders, as Kemba Walker, I would say, is probably a top 5, top 10 point guard in the league. Like, he's one of the better point guards in the entire league. Definitely one of the better scorers in the entire league. The dude can shoot the hell out of the ball. He's a natural born scorer, and he will score at all costs. So if you just got like a Devin Booker on side of him, another guard, or just a good big man on side of him, with how weak the East has been, obviously this year they are very strong, but in the past years, the East has been very weak. So I mean, if they would have just got one or hit on one of those draft picks, well, I mean, the Charlotte Hornets probably could have made deep runs in the playoffs and challenge the Cleveland Cavaliers when they still have LeBron. And even if they did it this year, there'd still be a playoff team that you have to watch out for. Like, it's one of those teams that you don't want to see in the first round if they just hit on any of the draft picks. But due to them being so bad at talent evaluation in these drafts, they haven't even been able to do that. And I mean, you can't stay confident and loyal to that if you're Kemba. I mean, Kemba cannot be like, okay, I'm going to keep trusting him. You've given him 7 opportunities with very good draft picks, and they have blew it up every single time and messed up every single time again and again and again. I don't know how you can just stay loyal to that. But not even that, is that he's never going to win a significant amount of games or like win a championship in Charlotte. Let's be honest. In Kemba's career, they are not winning a championship unless something drastic happens. Unless they somehow get Zion Williams and then trade for LeBron James or something. They're probably definitely not winning the NBA championship as long as Kemba Walker's on the team. As I mean, just look, if he wants to win, they have to draft good, and obviously they cannot draft good. And as we've seen in the past 7 years, that's not going to happen anytime soon, and since they're such a small market team, have fun attracting any big name free agents to help you win games. Plus, the East is getting stronger, and you're like, even if you do add another star, you're still not going to beat Toronto, Philly, or Boston. So I mean, you're not going to win games unless you leave that team. So I mean, I think Kemba Walker, if he's really about winning and really wants to win, because I know how bad he wants to win with Charlotte, he's just not going to be able to do that, especially with the East getting stronger and stronger every single year and more talent getting poured into the East. I think he has to leave. Like, there's no other option. And then my third reason, he's wasting his prime. Like, he's not a young player. Like, he's still young, obviously, but he's no longer like a very young player. He's 28 years old. He is in the prime of his career. Like, this is like the best years of his entire career right now, and he's just wasting it away, having lottery years, not making the playoffs, being 9th, 10th, 11th seeds, being a lower tier team. I mean, you just can't do that if you're as high of a level as Kemba is. So I mean, unfortunately for him, I mean, I think he has to leave despite what he does, and I'm pretty sure he'll be making a very big mistake if he does end up deciding to re-sign with the Charlotte Hornets. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below since this video is over. Do you agree with me? Do you think Kemba should leave the Hornets? Do you think he's staying way too loyal? Do you think he has done his dues? Do you think he stayed loyal enough and it's time for him to leave? Or do you think he should re-sign? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you like me, hit my like button and subscribe button. That would also mean the world to me. But I also have to give all praise to God. He's the reason I'm here. He's the reason he's blessed me with everything around me. He's blessed me with literally everything around me, and blessed me like just so much. He's kept everybody healthy around me. He's been making my life so good. And y'all been killing it on YouTube as well. And I just have to give it all to God. I mean, he's the reason I'm here. I'm living my life through him, spreading his name through his videos while loving making these videos at the same time. And just so much praise goes to him. But also thank y'all guys so much for killing it on YouTube lately. And like I said, if you have any video ideas you want to make in the future, comment those below. If you like the video, point like button and subscribe button. And I hope you have a blessed day, because I have a blessed day, so you need to have a blessed day. See you in Mars video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah.